The power of the dark side, 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 side,
Alright, so the first part of the instructions are, and those are not them, are to plug the hub into a laptop. So it comes with a regular USB cable in addition to the power supply, which is third from the left there. Alright, so the instructions said to plug it in, which I did, and now it's going to go through the setup. I guess I can just do that while we're sitting here. So you see there, that's what you're going to see when you plug it in. And I did forget that you can use your smartphone to control all of these devices as well once you get everything set up. And a lot of people will not use that, but that actually is quite convenient. It's just convenient to have a separate way to control things in addition to the remote, to the Amazon Dot, and then your cell phone. The nice thing about the cell phone obviously is that it is backlit, so you can see what you're doing. Alright, I guess I could do two things at once here, which I'm not typically good at. Alright, I'm going to tell you a secret. My network is called World's Best Plasma, and the part number for the World's Best Plasma is my Wi-Fi password. So, if you know what the World's Best Plasma is, then you know my password. Don't use it. Anyone that knows what that is going to be too good of a person to use my password. Alright, I'm sorry if I'm ruining the video by talking crap. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, well, I may have to put the camera down in case I'm going to use my smartphone, because I am currently using my smartphone camera. Let's see. We'll just set it up over here on the laptop. Huh, that's nice. If you already have a Harmony remote, which I do, I've got the one pictured to the left, then you can just have the new setup copied over, or have the old setup copied over to the new remote, and then you can go in and get everything set up quicker. So let's do that. It may be that I end up using the hub and then staying with this remote as the remote that I actually use, and that may end up in the drawer. So that's it. All right. So Have we got it picked? Are you sure you want to copy devices and activities from this remote? Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. Alright, well that was pretty quick, and that was quicker than than you can program the other remote that I use. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and save and sign out. This is unnecessary, but this way we're going to sign in again and then just see what we've got. As you might notice now, all the lights in my house are blinking off and on. That means I have either received a call or a text. Alright, now it appears as though we're not wanting to log in here. Alright, that's nice. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that for now. So we're getting there. It won't take long. If I weren't filming this, I believe I could have this device set up in 30 minutes. So, but then you've got to do more programming regarding the Amazon Dot and another program which is called IFTTT, if this then that. If you don't know about that program, I will add a link in the description. You definitely need to know about the program if this then that. Alright, back shortly. Here we are. I've been screwing around with this Harmony hub, working on getting it set up with the Alexa. Some of this is not exactly intuitive. On Alexa, alright, let me go back another step here. Okay, when you go into Alexa and then you set up your smart home skills, which that is what takes you into the Harmony app, or whatever you call it is. So you have to go over here and enable the app. And then log in. Okay, so once you've done that, so you go in, you enable the app. Then you sort of go through this little window right here, which in the beginning you really don't know what it is. So you just kind of leave it the way they have set it and you move along. Well, what happens is, if we can get back to, oh, sorry. Alright, so what happens is when you go back into Alexa, and you discover devices. Where is that? Okay, discover devices. So when you click that, it'll go in, and what it does is it does not, and this is part of the point of the video, it does not discover the individual component. What it does is discover the activity. So it's not discovering the TV and then the receiver and then the game console independently. It doesn't appear. It appears that it is only going in and discovering the activities that you have set up, which is a little bit different than what I was expecting. Okay, and so on that last window that we looked at, when it sends you in here to the Harmony Hub, or the Harmony app, or whatever this is called. Okay, before, when you enabled it, and then it shows you, let's see, what does it call it? It's got a little name. Alright, so it calls it friendly names. Well, every time you add a friendly name, and they've already added, as you see for cable TV, they've added 4. Then you could add more. Maybe I added Xfinity, not knowing, what happened? No, that, okay, so somehow I've just turned it off. But anyway, so initially they added those, and then you may go in and add another one, as I did, called Xfinity. Well, this is adding, it's like adding an additional function to the activity, or an additional name at least. So then when you go discover devices, what happens is it discovers the activity, and then it's also discovering those friendly names. It seems like there should be Xfinity somewhere in there. Well, that's right at the top, Xfinity. Alright, sorry I missed it. So basically it's taking every one of those and adding it as a device. The point here is that you don't want to end up having a lot of devices, or more devices than you need. With your Hue lighting system, each device is a light bulb. That's quite easy to understand. Okay, but with the Harmony Hub, each device is not one of your components. Each device is a part of the activity. Okay, so when you go through, which, okay, we're going to do this again, because it doesn't pop up right at the top, which it seems like it would since I've searched for it numerous times. Alright, so when we go in, okay, another part of the video, the point here is that in order to redo this, if you set it up, then you end up with 80 activities or 80 devices, and you want to go back in and reset it up so that it works better and you have less devices, then you're going to have to go in, disable Harmony, then go in and re-enable it. All right, so it says the settings have been restored because I disabled it before. All right, then it takes you back into this screen. You're going to want to get back to this screen, and you may not know how to get back because it is a little bit confusing here. So you want to get back to the screen, and I do not want to call it Xfinity, so I'm just going to, now I don't want to turn it off. I want to get rid of Xfinity. So now I'm going to go through here and get rid of these. I'm going to go through here and just call each one, just like I have Chromebook there. I'm going to have only one friendly name. And maybe even, all right, maybe you don't even need to have a friendly name. All right, maybe you can't get rid of the friendly name that matches the title. Okay, so I don't think there's any need for any more of this. It's just that this is not totally intuitive. So if a normal person buys this and then they're trying to set it up, it might seem a little bit complicated. And I'll do one more video because it has been confusing, because I'll tell it to turn off the TV and then it'll turn on the projector or something like that. So all right, stay tuned. Okay, so this is going to be my setup for now. So I've got as few of these friendly names as possible, and I've got them as targeted as possible. So as you see, I've got the word TV under cable TV, but I do not have it under antenna TV. That is so that when I call up the Amazon and I say turn on TV, it turns on the cable TV and it goes to that particular source or HDMI port in the activity. If you also put the word TV down in antenna TV, it will confuse it, because then it doesn't know, do you want to watch antenna TV or cable TV? So when I say watch TV or turn on TV, it's going to turn it on and set it to the cable, not the antenna, which is fine because I always start on cable. For some reason it doesn't want to focus. So when I say turn on TV, I want it to start here. So I've removed any redundancy. And then as you see here on the Blu-ray player and antenna TV, I've just left them with the friendly name of the actual device. And then that way, when I say turn on and off Blu-ray player, that's what it does. Since I do not use my Xbox independently from the projector, then I've got it added in underneath the activity of turn on projector. Okay, what that means is when I tell Amazon to turn on the Xbox, it will also turn on the projector. When I say either of those words, Xbox or projector, it's going to initiate the activity of projector. Okay, so let me say that again. When you say Alexa, turn on projector, what's going to happen is it's also going to turn the Xbox on, and vice versa. So you don't just have to say projector, you say either one of the words that you have as a friendly name, and it calls up the activity. So when you have too many of those friendly names, it gets confusing for you, and I suspect for the technology. Okay, so here we are. That's the way that I'm going to want to have it set. So we're going to go ahead and go through, finish up the setup. All right, and so you can have a favorite TV channel set up. But we'll do that later. Okay, so now we're going to relink the account, because before we were linked, oh great. It says an error occurred, but let's see if there is actually an error. So now we're going to go back into Alexa. Okay, we're going to enable. All right, so this should be where we left off. Yes, now we'll go back through. Link account. All right, now it says it's been successfully linked. So we're going to close out of there. Now we're going to rediscover devices. So we're going through the process again. Okay, now we have 32. Okay, it has not done anything. Nothing has happened here. All right. Okay, so we're going to rediscover the devices. Initially, I had 32 devices, but that's because I had a lot of those redundant friendly names. Let's see what we get now. Oh, well, now I have 34 devices. All right, I think I'm going to have to do a little more understanding here. All right, so as it turns out, when you go through that process and then you discover devices again, it would appear that the app, the Alexa app here, does not go through and delete devices and then rediscover. So when you rediscover, it just adds the new devices on top of the ones you have previously discovered. That's why I had 34. That's why I had more when I rediscovered. So you would either go down here and just forget all devices and then go do a rediscovery. I didn't do that because I don't want to forget all of my light bulbs and then start having some weird problem with that. So I just scrolled through and clicked forget on the ones that I didn't want. So, okay, now the next part is to go through and see if all the voice commands work. And then I'll do a little video on that and we'll wrap it up.